Los Angeles Dodgers fans, buckle up because we have a lot to unpack today, and it all starts with Shohei Ohtani. Now, anyone who has followed the Dodgers-Padres rivalry knows that Ohtani is a player who rarely loses his composure, but when the line is crossed, he makes it very clear. There was a moment during one of those tense matchups that perfectly encapsulated this. Ohtani's reaction, or rather, his silence, at the plate sent a message that was impossible to ignore. No words, no dramatics, just a single moment that communicated volumes about respect, boundaries, and the weight of rivalry in baseball. It's one of those instances where you understand that this is a sport played not just with skill, but with an acute sense of honor and long memories. Baseball players are notorious for remembering slights, intentional or not, and they carry those memories for weeks, months, sometimes even years. Ohtani's quiet but pointed response reminded everyone that respect is not a one-way street. When it comes to these high-stakes matchups, crossing the line has consequences, even for a player as calm and composed as him. And what's fascinating is how these moments ripple through the season. They influence not only the players directly involved, but the entire atmosphere in the dugout, the tension on the field, and the psychology of future games. You don't just forget a perceived slight. It becomes part of the narrative of a rivalry, shaping how players approach each other in future matchups. Think about it. Ohtani never vocalized his displeasure, but the message was loud and clear. It was a reminder to everyone watching that there are unwritten rules in this game, rules that demand recognition and adherence. And when those rules are breached, the response may not be immediate or explosive, but it will be deliberate and precise. That's the beauty of baseball's subtle psychology. So much can be conveyed in a single glance, a pause, a deliberate silence. The Dodgers clubhouse and coaching staff understand this implicitly. They know what they have in Ohtani, and they respect the manner in which he operates. This is also a perfect lens through which to view how players like Blake Snell or others might step into these high-pressure situations in the future. Baseball is not just about the physicality of the game. It's about understanding the layers of interactions, the respect owed to competitors, and the legacy of moments like these. A player stepping up to the mound isn't just pitching. They're participating in a living narrative that has been written over years of competition, history, and shared experiences. Every pitch, every at-bat, every hit or near hit carries context, and players know it. When someone crosses that line, like Ohtani experienced, the team, the dugout, and the player themselves will take steps to ensure balance is restored. It's remarkable how these dynamics persist, even when teams evolve or leadership changes. While management and coaches may come and go, the memory and significance of these moments endure in the locker room, in pregame discussions, and in strategic planning. When Ohtani returns to face a new lineup or new leadership, the lessons from that moment are still present. It's a blend of respect and calculated retribution that only players truly understand. He operates with an almost zen-like awareness, knowing that his response doesn't have to be overt to be effective. That silent statement was a masterclass in communication without words. This same principle extends to the Dodgers' strategic planning and development of players like Roki Sasaki. The front office and coaching staff have a long-term vision for him, understanding that immediate results are not the only measure of success. Sasaki's journey is being carefully managed, balancing his raw talent with the physical demands of pitching in the major leagues. The decision to give him consistent innings, monitor his mechanics, and gradually build him into a starting role reflects the Dodgers' approach to nurturing talent while maintaining competitive performance. It's a calculated patience, similar to how Ohtani handles conflict on the field. Both cases highlight the intersection of skill, mental acuity, and respect for the game's processes. Sasaki, like Ohtani, represents potential and discipline, but also the challenges of adapting to the rigors of Major League Baseball. His time on the mound is being structured to maximize development while minimizing injury risk. This is not a team that rushes a player simply because of excitement or fan expectations. There's an understanding that true mastery, whether in pitching or strategy, takes time, observation, and experience. The Dodgers have plenty of depth in their rotation, which allows them the flexibility to cultivate a player like Sasaki without jeopardizing the immediate success of the team. Each outing is both a learning opportunity and a step toward a larger goal, sustaining excellence while fostering individual growth. And it all ties back to respect and awareness, the same principles that defined Ohtani's response to the Padres. Baseball is as much about character and situational intelligence as it is about velocity and power. The Dodgers know this intimately. Their success is built on recognizing moments, understanding consequences, and carefully managing players' careers. Every pitcher, every batter, every dugout discussion carries weight. These high-stakes interactions, whether on the field or in planning a rotation, demonstrate why the Dodgers consistently remain at the forefront of competition. It's not luck, it's the meticulous orchestration of talent, timing, and strategic insight. Ohtani's silent statement and Sasaki's developmental arc are just different facets of the same philosophy. One is about maintaining respect in moments of confrontation, ensuring the integrity of the game and the competitive balance. The other is about shaping talent to reach its full potential while respecting the physical and mental demands of the sport. Both require patience, awareness, and a long-term perspective. That perspective is what separates teams that contend year after year from those that falter in high-pressure situations. The Dodgers' ability to integrate these lessons into daily practice, game planning, and player management underscores why they are not just successful, but consistently dominant. Every pitch from Sasaki, every plate appearance from Ohtani, every subtle exchange on the field is part of an ongoing narrative. Baseball thrives on these layered stories, the kind that endure in memory and influence future matchups. It's a game where silence can speak louder than words, and strategic patience can be as powerful as raw talent. For Dodgers fans, these moments are not just entertaining. They are instructive, a glimpse into the depth of preparation, respect, and foresight that goes into building a championship-caliber team. The Padres' rivalry, the scrutiny of high-profile players, and the meticulous nurturing of rookies like Sasaki all form threads in the intricate tapestry of Major League Baseball. Each element reinforces the values of discipline, resilience, and tactical intelligence. Fans witness the surface-level drama, the hits, the pitches, the controversies, but beneath that is a system of calculation, respect, and long-term vision. The Dodgers exemplify this approach, balancing immediate competitiveness with the cultivation of the next generation of stars. And in this ecosystem, moments like Ohtani's silent message or Sasaki's measured development are far from isolated. They're central to understanding how a team maintains excellence across seasons. Now, moving forward, Dodgers fans, it's impossible to talk about this team without diving deeper into the conversation around pitching strategy, particularly the ongoing debate about Roki Sasaki and his role in the rotation versus the bullpen. The discussion isn't just about immediate performance. It's about vision, long-term planning, and understanding how a player's potential can be maximized within a system that already has incredible depth. Sasaki is not just a talented arm. He's a work in progress, a player with enormous upside whose trajectory is being carefully curated. And that, in itself, tells you a lot about how the Dodgers operate. They don't make rash decisions just because a season is underway or because the pressure is mounting. They assess, plan, and execute with patience and precision, knowing full well that talent like Sasaki's cannot be rushed. When the Dodgers brought him in, it was clear they saw him as a future rotation anchor, someone who could eventually take the mound every fifth day with confidence and command. But baseball is rarely straightforward, and the transition from potential to consistent performance is rarely linear. There were moments when his command wavered, moments where the rawness of his experience was apparent, and moments when the team had to make careful decisions to protect his arm, his confidence, and ultimately his career trajectory. That's where the balance comes in. Do you push him too hard and risk injury or inconsistency? Or do you give him space to grow, understanding that his ultimate contribution to the team could be transformative if nurtured correctly? The Dodgers chose the latter, and the results, even in the postseason, spoke volumes. In high-pressure situations, the mental game becomes just as important as the physical one. Think about how Shohei Ohtani handled moments of tension with the Padres. There was no outburst, no dramatic protest, just a silent statement that communicated everything he needed it to. That same principle applies to developing pitchers. The front office, the coaching staff, and the veteran players understand that mistakes are part of the process. There is no rush to demand perfection from a young player. Instead, there is a structured environment designed to test, challenge, and ultimately refine skills, while maintaining the team's competitive edge. Every inning Sasaki throws, every pitch he experiments with, is a building block toward a more complete and reliable starting pitcher. This approach underscores the Dodgers' philosophy. Excellence is cultivated over time, not forced overnight. That's why when the season opens, when high-profile matchups loom, and when every pitch is scrutinized, the Dodgers remain composed. They know that some things, like tension in a rivalry or a young pitcher's development, cannot be rushed. They evolve naturally with experience, feedback, and careful adjustment. It's a long game, both on and off the field, and the organization is built to think several steps ahead, anticipating outcomes and preparing for contingencies. Sasaki's transition, in particular, is a masterclass in this type of long-term strategy. The team's willingness to let him start, monitor his performance, and make adjustments reflects a confidence not just in his talent, but in their process. It's a trust that he will continue to grow and adapt, that he will eventually meet the expectations set for him when he was first brought into the rotation. And this isn't limited to just one player. The Dodgers' system ensures that every emerging talent is assessed with the same blend of patience, expertise, and strategic foresight. It's what allows them to maintain a level of consistency and dominance that few organizations can match. Even beyond the individual players, there is a rhythm to the team's interactions and preparation that is quietly remarkable. High-pressure moments, like playoff matchups or critical series against divisional rivals, are approached with a balance of intensity and discipline. The leadership ensures that young players like Sasaki are supported, veterans like Ohtani are respected, and the entire team understands its collective responsibility. Baseball at this level is as much about preparation and mindset as it is about physical talent. The Dodgers exemplify this principle across the board, creating an environment where excellence is not incidental but cultivated through careful, deliberate action. And speaking of high-stakes situations, the conversation around postseason roles and player versatility is increasingly relevant. Sasaki's capacity to adapt, whether as a starter or as a reliever if necessary, adds a layer of strategic flexibility that is invaluable during the long season. This duality allows the Dodgers to respond to injuries, matchup challenges, or unexpected developments without sacrificing quality or cohesion. It's a rare balance, one that requires trust in the player, clarity from the coaching staff, and a system that rewards adaptability. Sasaki's case is a microcosm of how the Dodgers approach talent management: deliberate, measured, and deeply informed by both current performance and future potential. Meanwhile, rivalries like the one with the Padres continue to provide context for how players internalize lessons about respect, competition, and intensity. Ohtani's silent response is a prime example of how seasoned professionals handle tension, with a combination of awareness, control, and a lasting impression that resonates well beyond a single game. These moments, while subtle, influence team dynamics, player decisions, and even strategic planning in future series. The Dodgers' success relies not just on talent, but on understanding these intricate, human elements that define baseball at its highest level. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers have begun to circulate across the baseball world, and the latest one has sent shockwaves through Los Angeles and beyond. According to multiple sources close to the matter, the Los Angeles Dodgers are reportedly making a stealthy push for one of the game's most electrifying talents, Fernando Tatis Jr., while nothing has been officially confirmed, the rumor mill is running at full speed, and the idea of Tatis in Dodger blue has fans and pundits alike holding their breath. Industry insiders suggest that the Dodgers are working behind the scenes, engaging in confidential talks that could reshape the balance of power in Major League Baseball. Known for their aggressive pursuit of top-tier talent, the Dodgers seem poised to leverage both their deep pockets and their championship ambitions in an effort to land the dynamic shortstop. Sources hint that these discussions have been ongoing for weeks, if not longer, with both sides keeping details under tight wraps. The mere possibility of Tatis joining a team already stacked with star power has sparked endless speculation. Social media channels are buzzing with hypothetical lineups, fantasy projections, and debates over whether such a move would catapult the Dodgers into undisputed favorites for the next title run. Analysts are weighing in with questions about how Tatis's game-changing speed, power, and charisma could fit into an already formidable roster. Could he be the missing piece that elevates the Dodgers from perennial contenders to outright dynastic dominance? The chatter certainly suggests that the front office believes so. Meanwhile, Tatis Jr.'s own camp has remained tight-lipped, fueling the frenzy. The young superstar, who has captivated fans with his blend of flair and raw talent, is no stranger to trade rumors, but the Dodgers' link has quickly become one of the most tantalizing. Baseball insiders speculate that any potential deal would not only involve high-profile player swaps, but also strategic financial maneuvers designed to keep the team competitive while navigating salary complexities. As whispers continue to circulate, one thing is clear: the baseball world is on edge. The Dodgers' potential move for Tatis is the kind of headline that dominates trade rumors, sparks endless debate, and keeps fans glued to every nugget of insider information. Whether it materializes or remains just a tantalizing what if, the notion of Fernando Tatis Jr. suiting up in Dodger blue has already ignited imaginations, proving once again that in baseball, rumors can be just as thrilling as the game itself. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.